All right, well, let's see. Okay, so we start with the original, or I guess we're going to discuss the original Lee statue meet up in Charlottesville, the first one, right?
Right, okay, that was the one with Richard Spencer and the torches.
That was back on May 14th, and that was pretty good. And I remember, and I recall it was up in the Facebook trending feed for at least 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly heard about it. That one meme that came out of it with that picture of Richard Spencer next to the torch, and he's just like, "Oh, let me tell you some fascinating stories about Alexander Dugin." It's like, dude, are Italians white? Yeah, that was some good shit.
The Skyrim NPC thing.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at the picture right now. Oh, those aren't candles. This isn't a candlelight vigil; it's a torch vigil. Oh wow, that's so spooky. No, but whoever wrote this article was very spooked at the whole ordeal. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say.
I got the article from the Washington Post pulled up, and they're a little more relaxed about it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be like, dude, this is white. This is like KKK white supremacy.
And they're not saying that. I did see one article where somebody threw up every single buzzword they could headlines. It was actually kind of hilarious to read. I wonder if I can find that article.
I'm looking
the
at
best one. Probably the best one out of the bunch.
Yeah, Charlottesville seems to be a very, very prominent place for rallies, like good rallies. I mean,
I think so.
Yeah, like, I mean, 1,000 counter protesters for this KKK rally. Like, I mean, obviously you're going to draw a crowd. Yeah, that's what it's saying here in CNN, fake news central, my dude.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. And then they got a picture of a Confederate statue being hauled away. Oh man, it's just interesting. It's all very interesting.
I can't find that article, but anyway, yeah, the recent one. I have this article pulled up down. Charlottesville shuts down the KKK. Police attack community.
They attack the community.
In other words, the police did their job and made sure that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not going to be so crazy about it. Even like NYP, it's pretty. Even if like they're in the pocket of the mayor, that's what everybody says anyway out there.
I really don't think they are, because I seem to recall them not being particularly fond of the way they're treated by left-leaning.
Oh yeah, I actually.
I'm not sure. It might have been Bloomberg, but they all turned their backs on him in some sort of speech he was giving.
It's probably. I mean, you might be right. Again, I'm not really sure. I'm just going by what a lot of the alt-lighters have said when I've kind of hung out with them. I guess they're always like, "Oh yeah, they're in Bloomberg's pocket." You know, that's what they'll say.
To read this article here, I'm going to read this article. From It's Going Down. Their white hoods couldn't save them, but their white privilege did. Okay. This past weekend, about 30 stray members of the Loyal White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, and they even have a link right here about their leader. It says right here, whose leader is an informant, their leader being an informant. And it has an article linking to Vice. And have you heard about that guy who was trying to build a ray gun to kill Muslims?
A rape gun?
Ray gun.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yes, he was apparently having conversations with, which is pretty interesting, and that's how they found out he was an informant.
Oh man, that's too fucking funny.
Yeah, let me read this. Crawford, that's the guy who built the ray gun. He's currently being tried in federal court in New York State. He's 15 years, guilty of terrorism charges. On Tuesday, the jury heard recordings of conversations between him and Chris Barker. That's the Imperial Wizard from the
Imperial
LWK.
Wizard. Dude, I love their rank names. That's like my favorite thing. Grand Dragon, Imperial Wizard. Like,
they have the best ranking system. It's so sad that it's like so stigmatized now.
Obviously, I don't really know much about the KKK, but like, what actually goes on in their meetings that makes them so evil? You know.
we'll get to that in a minute. We're kind of.
I mean, like I've seen videos of like you'll see like the generic hippies on like skinheads.
Yeah,
I mean, they always paint them out to be like stupid people, but
we'll just in a minute.
I don't know if that's
this guy
true.
here is the guy is an FBI informant. They finally say it's an FBI informant. I mean, Vice is reporting this, and everybody's actually
That's insane.
So, an FBI informant goes down to Charlottesville with about 30 people and destroys allegedly a crowd of about 1,000. I find that a little hard to believe.
It's probably just CNN lies again. I mean,
they're saying the usual things.
Yeah.
Salutes, nothing particularly interesting. But the point is that this is riling people up. Oh, here it is. We can safely declare victory for today. That's what Antifa is saying.
That's what they say every fucking
listen,
day.
Listen to this. 1,500 anti-racist activists. So 1,500 over. So Antifa is claiming 500 more than CNN.
Of course they would, because they want to bolster their numbers. They want to make it seem like it's Hamburg G20, where they can like go down a street and destroy every car on the block. Like that's just not what we have here.
There's so many people there, and they're calling this a victory. But these people, all they really did was give an audience to an FBI informant and his little crew.
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
the main goal of this is to rile people up and make things worse or at least that's what I think they're trying to do.
To make the alt-right seem, I guess.
Well,
to destroy their optics.
They're trying to get people riled. Yeah, that too, and they're trying to get Charlottesville.
Because people are going to say, "Oh yeah, well they associate with KKK members, protest on the same grounds, statues, so they must be like." So I don't know if I really agree with that.
That's really all of this, because at the end of the day, I mean,
yeah,
Klan is already linked to the alt-right anyway, just by guilt by association, and
right, yeah, because
their viewpoints are basically identical in some cases. The problem is that the Klan has been thoroughly
stigmatized.
No,
and infiltrated. Yeah,
thoroughly infiltrated.
Gee, I wonder why. It's not like they were lynching blacks or anything today.
But whoa, holy shit, this article is huge.
What's this?
Like, they detail, like, down to the minute. Why? It was just fucking 30 people. Why would you care this much about it? But
because it's the Klan, dude. That's like the mental equivalent of popcorn, as Sam Hyde would put it. People just eat that shit up,
I guess
like,
so.
Racist Nazis. Wow, how interesting.
It's such a highly stigmatized movement that it just draws immediate ire, and they have to go down, have to protest it. But, I mean, they look exactly like the stereotype that the media wants people to believe.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a couple of the photos they got. It pretty much looks like that, yeah. Like, they have pictures of these guys, like, shaking down cops. Actually, that looks like a liberal. Never mind. So, again, I mean, I don't really see... I mean, I can see why they're so stigmatized, but I just don't... I don't understand why it's still big news. Like, I can get why it is, because I don't know what I'm even saying anymore.
Yeah, see, let me read the conclusion down here. It's Going Down's article. We must win this fight. A dangerous current of hate is threatening communities of color, trans communities,
trans communities,
Muslims, women, indigenous people, and the community. These are dangerous storm clouds gathering in order to kill.
Yeah, because some old dead Confederate man statue is just damning their lives in the current day.
Well,
it's the current year.
Wait. No, they link it together with Charlottesville. Here it is. The right-wing racists are going to be in Charlottesville again on Saturday, August 12th. See, they're linking this group. You know what they're doing. We already discussed.
They're trying to relate us to the KKK.
That was the whole point of all this, and yet they kind of show their hand right at the beginning when they say that the man is an FBI informant. Like, either they just don't seem to get that the point is to rile them up, or they know this And I don't know, why would you tell your fucking audience that he's an FBI informant? But okay, well, that means you're being fucking, like, you're being Jewed, you're being fucked with. What are you doing?
That this is just controlled opposition and you're, like, baiting. You basically got baited.
Somebody is riling you up on purpose, and you're linking this to a completely separate event. What are you thinking?
What motivation would the FBI have to, incite violence like that, though? I mean, that seems kind of strange.
I really don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if it's the FBI doing it.
I mean, does that take away from the credibility of
credibility of who?
The fact that he's an FBI informant. I don't know if it's a fact, but
it is a fact. I believe.
Okay, so it's a fact.
Informant. So, I mean, the simple fact that he is an informant, a confessed informant, from what I understand, I don't know, like, why is Antifa falling for an obvious trap here, or are they doing? Understand? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're all still here at United Right. See, I did it again. United Right. United Front.
Yeah.
We are headed up to Charlottesville on that Saturday.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. We will.
At least I hope I will be there. I'm probably going to be the one that's taking like the craziest, zaniest trip there. I have to go to Arkansas first, and then.
Oh man, you have to go to Arkansas first? Jesus.
Well,
Christ.
basically, yeah, I have to like meet maybe. I'm not going to get into too many details about that, but there's like all these groups passing through. I may be able to meet up with them. We'll
I am definitely going to get decked as soon as I get there. Someone's got a bone to pick from me. I just know it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this will be an interesting rally. I'm excited for it. Yeah, neo-fascist lawyer. Yeah. I'm just looking at the list of people. Augustus is kind of Augustus Invictus. I don't know how much you know about him, but he is kind of a neo-fascist.
Neo-fascist? I don't know.
Well,
I thought he was like a libertarian or something.
He is, but like a lot of the things that he'd say are kind of fascistic in nature. Like he talks a lot about unity.
He did wear a pin that was a fascist. Campaigning down there in Florida.
He definitely has those sympathies, even if he's not running on that base.
Yeah, he's something. He's doing something related to that.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. He sacrificed his goat. Yeah, and again, they're gonna play the whole card where he's like, oh, he drinks goat blood, and he's like a crazy pagan.
Yeah, they played that card on him, and they basically slander him and whatnot or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that some of that might have been true. I'm not sure.
Actually, I mean, I know someone else who is in the same fraternity as him, and they're like super secretive about everything. I mean, they're probably doing weird stuff, but I mean, that's their own business, I guess, religious freedom in the United States and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, dude, like, you can practice Islam as long as you're not, like, chopping heads off, dude. It's all good.
Oh, he leads League of the South?
Yeah, apparently, according to angrywhitemen.org.
Pretty lit.
It's going to be a good day.
Johnny Monoxide's going to be there. He's the host of the Paranormies. The Paranormies present the Enerbe Hour.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It's a lot of supernatural conspiracy stuff. That's pretty cool. If you're listening to that. But let's see.
A cult-obsessed Nazi group founded by Heinrich Himmler.
Do what?
That's what they're saying about the Paranormies. That it's an obsessed occult Nazi group founded by Heinrich Himmler. Oh man. Named after an occult obsessed group.
Okay, yeah.
Anerbe,
yeah. Okay, yeah. That does something. That has something to do with Heinrich.
Hey,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is.
Another person's going to be there is Matthew Hunt, Traditionalist Workers Party.
Oh yeah, Yeah, that is.
He's great. Cantwell's going to be there.
Christopher Cantwell. Oh, yeah. He is something else.
Radical.
Dude, I'm an anarchist, but white supremacy.
Well, he was. Well, he's put that aside, I guess, because he kind of realizes that it can't be done in the current climate with the people that are against this. They have to go first, and then he can have his little ANCAP society.
Yeah, dude. The case for libertarian fascism.
Yeah,
very.
I guess it's. Well, I think he mentioned some missionary phase or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, like if you wanted to talk about fascism, it's the best. It's the most efficient way to bring order back to a society. So, if you made a case that there was no order in our society right now, then you could say, well, fascism's needed. But I mean. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But you see, true fascism has never been tried.
Yeah, dude. That's like communism, right? I mean, true communism's never been tried either.
Let's see here. Now, Mike Enoch, okay, he owns Showa, as everyone knows. Recently confirmed 100% not Jewish.
Oh yeah, dude! And before somebody says I faked, 0% Ashkenazi Chosenite.
Yeah, he was literally 0%. It's actually kind of hilarious because of his situation and whatnot.
Oh man, dude! Like getting accused of being a Jew is like the worst thing that somebody could do.
I believe that's
it's like worse than calling you alt-right.
Yeah, I believe that's happened to you, correct?
Oh yeah, actually it has. Somebody tried to somebody tried to allegedly say that I was a Jew. Like somebody wrote an article on me once. They were like allegedly Jewish, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They didn't even have it like confirmed in their.
I pulled up. I'm not going to like word it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Let's speak it. But yeah, see.
Oh god.
Yeah, see.
It's too funny. I think I've thoroughly.
It's literally that post you made in Party of Freedom.
Oh yeah, dude, that fucking made everyone salty. I don't know exactly why. I think it's casual language.
I believe it's because a lot of people. Well, one thing I remember, one guy was like, "Oh, you're just using this as dressed up or whatever."
Oh yeah,
fashion or something.
That was something, yeah, that somebody did say, yeah. So they're probably like, "Oh, you're dishonoring my ancestors and my movement," but I'm really not. I mean, I'm just as into it as you are, buddy. But
there was one guy I noticed in there. He shared it to the group known as Alt-Right, the
Core. Yeah.
He was like, the Chinese have infiltrated the Vanguard.
Implying I ever even got in Vanguard. I mean, I didn't even try to. Like, I think they offered me a spot maybe 5 or 6 times that night, and I just said, look, I cannot. I'm sorry.
You mentioned that you're already a part of own group.
Oh yeah, well I said I'm trying to get my own group off the ground. So, I really just tried to play off the fact that I really just tried to deter attention with little extra detail, but I mean it all just fell out eventually. So
yeah.
Oh man, that has turned into quite an ordeal since. But
anyway, we should probably discuss our meeting area or whatever it is. Not too many details, of course. But
all right, so the admin
for one, let me just go ahead and say the first people that are going to listen to this are obviously going to be United Front listeners.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So we should probably discuss how we're going to be doing this exactly. So campground, we need tents.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can get a hold of some tents. I had an 8-man tent not too long ago, but my mother threw it out. Oh well.
I'm pretty sure I have at least one tent. I'm going to have to find it.
Yeah, I mean, like I can buy one for like $50 on Amazon. It's not hard, and I have maybe 3 or 4 sleeping bags now, so it's only really a matter of buying a tarp, a sleeping bag, and since you were so picky about a shower, yeah, dude, what are you, Jewish?
I think we all just need to cuddle together in the same tent.
Oh man, that's fucking gay. All right, people already think I'm like a fucking degenerate. Like, let's not make it worse, please.
The intern has spoken.
The intern has spoken.
The intern has spoken. We are all sleeping. What's the word for it? Spooning.
Spooning. Oh yeah, dude. Gay sex party. Gay Nazi sex party over at Charlottesville. Night up.
Yeah, this is it. This is the
This is the boy pussy cabal.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god, dude. Spencer. Like I did talk with him, and he unironically enjoyed that joke. That was something else.
I mean, I imagine he probably did after being like really pissed about it. Because I'm sure he was pissed about the accusation, but afterwards he probably thought it was like funny as hell because I remember watching all that shit go down. And,
it was pretty savage. They were like, "Oh yeah, secret pedophile faggots," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Are you like
shit? Like,
are you fucking kidding me?"
It's quite the accusation, and
I mean, it was pretty outlandish.
Yeah, they didn't back it up with anything.
Of course they wouldn't. I mean, like, what could you possibly back it up with? The dude is married.
Actual photographic evidence.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, that's
get a picture of like like Spencer like fucking digging into that boy pussy.
Something really kind of like something. Yeah, let's not get too close.
Yeah, let's not get too graphic here. Just dude, Spencer doing gay shit. That's what they would need to find. Yeah. And they have nothing of the sort. It's just public slander. I guess that's what you get for being not fucking ovens to death to the gays, right? I mean, you're a little bit nice to them, and then you just...
He's expressed kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of all over the place sometimes. I mean, he's never been full acceptance of the gay community, but he's been willfully like... Well, he's tried to like ignore the gay issue for the most part, outside of like, the worst of the worst.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you probably should do, because what's going to happen is if you just keep attacking gays, and this is just my opinion, they're just going to like go out and join their local Antifa chapter because they threatened or something. I've seen it happen. I mean,
it's like 95% already believe that the alt-right is hell-bent on exterminating every single gay.
And, they're not half wrong, so...
Not half wrong. There's a lot that seemingly support that, but, like, if push comes to shove, something tells me they probably wouldn't be able to pull it off.
Well, again, like, I almost feel like if they did have power, I mean, if they ever did get in power, like, why would they go out exterminating the gays? Of all the things that you could do to fix the country... If that's your number one issue, then I mean, I don't think you got the right issue.
I've been in these circles for a while, and I feel like, despite all the rhetoric, they just wouldn't follow through with it.
That's probably true. I mean,
don't really know exactly, but I don't.
It really, it really depends on how things get, and I mean, if we can really get our act together, we can really make something worthwhile. But. That's going to take some time. Well, yeah.
Let's see here. Well, that's about everything with Charlottesville except for dress code. Now, you mentioned white shirts, and that may or may not conflict with security.
So does security wear polos? Like, what are they wearing?
They're wearing white shirts, and I assume they're either going to be dress and or polos, and I saw both at
we could wear ties.
Rally. Yeah, white block guys. I'd rather not get confused with white block.
What the fuck is white block?
White block is Spencer and high-ranking high-ranking alt-righters get kind of their own security, and that's white block.
Oh, okay.
It's like the opposite of black bloc, which is a tactic used by
Antifa. Yeah, to just like entirely black hat a block with a bunch of like angry minorities and mostly white people.
90% white people and occasionally the confused brown person. Yeah.
The confused brown person.
Any like authentic real African American is going to look at that and be like, "What the fuck these white people up to?" That's what happened in the first Charlottesville rally. Is there were black people passing by and they were just looking at all, and they were just like, white people acting a fool and all that shit.
So is this just like a white thing to have like inner conflict within our white community?
Yeah, this has always been kind of a white thing.
Like, half of us just wants to erase our history, and the other half just wants to preserve. Is that what it really boils down to?
Half is completely fucked, and the other, like, it needs to unfuck itself as quickly as possible.
Completely fucked and unfucked.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, man. This will be fun, though. It'll be interesting to see what goes down.
It should be a good rally. I don't know how to properly prepare for it, though, because I don't know how violent it's going to get.
I mean, if you take who did we talk to? There was a guy that we talked to about. He was just so over prepared for it. I mean, honestly, to every single one I've been to, you really just need water. Every time I brought a helmet, I've never needed it, but I mean, you never know.
This is probably going to be
general consensus I'm getting is that this is going to be an absolute shit fest. Like, if any of them are going to be a shit fest, it's going to be this one.
All right. Well,
yeah. So bring your helmet. And no coverings.
So obviously,
no face coverings.
We'll see when we get there, but that seems to be what everybody's saying. And if any of them's going to be a massive shit fest, it's going to be this one.
Dude, Berkeley 2.0.
Well, okay. So this one is kind of like crossing a threshold of sorts. I don't know if it's crossing the Rubicon, but yeah, it's kind of like crossing the Rubicon back at this point. If the rally is a huge success, then this is a huge victory. If we all die in a fiery explosion, then maybe not.
Holy shit, could you imagine? Dude, that's all they have to do to smash the Fed. Just have to bomb a rally.
What's the intern saying?
Well, yeah,
what's the intern saying?
We've got people coming in, I think there's even a couple coming in from Canada on our side. So, from all over the country, and I think there's even a couple out of the country. So, obviously this is a big event.
Oh, this is an international gathering? Amazing.
The Canadians are coming. The Canadians.
I mean, how many do y'all think are going to be there? I mean,
I've seen it everywhere. This fucking rally has been plastered everywhere.
Yeah, I want to say like we're probably going to have at least 500 strong, but we're probably going to have maybe more than that.
Just looking at the Discord right now for it. Just online, there's over 150 people currently
Jesus
online.
Christ, and that's just the Discord.
That's not even including everybody offline and the many people who aren't even in the Discord.
So
so the ones. Okay, let me just check the Charlottesville thing, the event on Facebook real quick.
Yeah, how many say they're going?
I did click the going button on that, so of course Antifa quote unquote doxed me as well. But
yeah, it's not even a doxing, dude. They just put your name on a thread.
401 going, 759 interested.
Okay, so you could probably count on at least 400.
Some of those interested could very well be Antifa, or it could just be people who don't want to click going.
There's definitely going to be thousands. I think.
Dude, we're going to have a 1,000-person rally. It's going to be like something straight out of 1920s fascist British rally.
What was that, intern? Intern.
Affectionately named intern. So yeah, what was it?
He's gone.
Fucking Skypes, man.
Or at the very least, like that. Huh?
What were you saying?
Oy vey.
Oh my god. Did you have a point to make?
No.
All right,
no,
fuck him. So yeah, I was just saying. It's not going to be something out of like 1930s fascist Europe. We're not quite there yet, but
yeah, I don't think I don't know how it's going to work. It's hard to say.
It's really hard to say.
There's going to be a lot of people there. I can't help. Probably aren't going to be clicking the going button because they don't want to have their names put out there. There's probably going to be a lot more who maybe not even know about they know about the event, but they don't know about the event on Facebook. So
right. So yeah, they could
thinking
just like
maybe 1,000 people are going to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think probably about 1,000 people might just show up.
I kind of don't want to set my sights too high here, but
Yeah, you wish, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, like nobody shows up to these things anymore. I guess since the internet's existed, there's no point in going out and doing shit because you can just get it.
Well, people these days are largely unmotivated, incredibly disinterested in these sort of things. Well, no, actually, people do turn out for them. Remember
Dude, it's the Jew ruining Gentile societies.
Remember Trump rallies?
Oh, God, Trump rallies. Yeah,
Tens
people definitely came out for those. Yeah.
Tens of thousands. So, yeah, people are interested in these. Interested in the far right, just.
Dude.
We'll get there.
Yeah, dude. We just have to get someone crazy in office. That's all we have to do. Oh, man.
Wow. Could you imagine if, like, Trump was up there going, like, yeah, that Hitler guy, he's pretty good.
Dude, they'd actually have a shit fest. Everything they would say about
I'm
him.
surprised they didn't melt the fact that he retweeted a Mussolini quote back during the campaign. It didn't really talk down as much over that.
That's insane. What if he is like a low-key fan and he's just waiting till like next year to like spring the trap or something?
I don't know.
Trump is an enigma, and it's an enigma that I'm waiting on, It's gonna be interesting to see how the next couple of years pan out as far as his presidency goes.
Yeah.
A 4D chess.
Dude, 4D chess. Don't let the diaper full of shit fool you. This guy's the brains of the team.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We'll see about Trump, I guess. I don't know.
Again, yeah, it's hard to say. And again, he's a fucking normie. So.
No, well, that kind of brings us to the G20 thing. You did hear his speech in Poland, right?
14 words that shock people.
Oh, that was
I just saw that retweet about it. Yeah.
Trump,
I thought that was from his speech.
Poland speech. I'm going to look it up real quick because it was a pretty good thing. Here's this article from Vox. Trump's speech in Poland sounds like an alt-right. The subtitle, For Family, For Freedom, For Country, and For God.
I mean, to be fair, Poland is pretty uncut from what I hear.
Oh, yeah. Poland is not fucking around with refugees. It's not the EU right now. I mean, they're doing pretty good over there. Okay, let me read this little excerpt from his speech. Do we have the confidence in our values to defend? Do we have enough respect for our citizens to protect our borders? And do we have the desire, courage to preserve our civilization in the face of those who would subvert and destroy it? He's saying quite a bit there, I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, you really do have to wonder. I mean, the guy is either a clueless person being fed a bunch of lies.
I don't know. I don't think he's
just shit posting IRL.
No, there's
All right, so I guess the podcast is over since Dilly just committed an hero. So I completely lost my train of thought. Enjoy your night, guys.